Why are you so tense, god damn it?
Because I don't know what I'm doing!
Calm down.
First snowfall of the year. Okay. Looks like we made that red light, folks. This is gotta negotiate this hill. A lot of potholes, like many of the roads in the Capital District. And as you can see, we're heading into Albany. Gonna be taking 787 south. Slushy. And I will be taking a nice 5-day break from work, which is nice. Oh, did you see that, folks? Wow. Hello, everybody. It's Philly Kuts with another edition, number 10 or 11, I forget, comic book haul. We got a nice stack of comics from all types of publishers. So let's get right to it, starting with Marvel Scarlet Spiders number 1. This is going to be a 3-part series starring the clones. The inheritors have access to a cloning technology. Basically, they have like a cloning plant. And these clones, yes, these particular Spider-Men are also clones of the same person, of Peter Parker. You have Jessica Drew, Kane, and Ben Reilly all making an appearance in here. I think that this is going to be a fun story. I was reading some of the other reviews on the internet. It's supposed to be a bit more lighthearted than the other tie-ins and then of the Spider-Verse story itself. So if the regular Spider-Verse story is just putting you over the edge, man, because it's so dramatic, you might want to check this one out. And there's also an appearance of an incredible superhero in here who's had movies before. More than a few movies. So I'm not going to tell you who that is, but he's got a big part in this cloning technology plant that they find on this planet here. Okay, another Spider-Verse tie-in came out. This time it is Spider-Man 2099, folks. Spider-Man 2099. Great cover here. Basically, you have another story of another trio of Spider-Men. These guys this time, though, are not clones. These three right here. I hope you can get a good look here. I'm using a better camera this week, so hopefully that's going to be better. Let me see here. I'll look up and see who these people are here for you. Okay, so in this issue, you have Spider-Man 2099 from Earth 928, Lady Spider from Earth 803, and the Sixth-Armed Spider-Man from 90210, 90210, baby. And things go pretty bad, pretty quick in this issue. They're being chased by one of the most powerful inheritors. In fact, maybe the most powerful inheritor, Deimos, who's back there. Basically, the three Spider-Men are carrying his body. They have his body. However, Deimos' clone is hot in pursuit after these Spider-Men. So yeah, things get bad pretty quick. And spoiler alert, one of these Spider-Men, I'm not going to say who, but one of these Spider-Men actually kicks the bucket pretty early. So I'm going to leave it at that. A little spoiler alert. Now, on to DC. What we have here is Catwoman number 36. And this is a great issue. It kind of deals with conflict that Catwoman is having, taking over the crime syndicate, being the crime boss. And I got to tell you, this is another amazing cover by Jay Lee. And I tell you something, man, this guy is just knocking out the covers. Unbelievable, unreal. I mean, this just speaks so much. You can kind of view this in two different ways, because it could be the former Catwoman dealing with the new Catwoman, or is that really Catwoman? So another spoiler alert. Just a lot of foreshadowing, and the art style. We have art by Gary Brown, and the colors by Lee Louridge really just blend together really well. And they're just very like a dark, very pronounced inks and dark color palettes. But also uniquely drawn and uniquely used color palettes too. Like, I love this sequence where Catwoman kind of gets in a brawl here. I mean, who's who? Who's Catwoman? But I love the use of the orange, and it just looks beautiful, man. It just really looks beautiful. Let me get you a good shot there. And it's just an amazing use of color, and I love it. And so much about this issue artistically, I'm really digging. Just great, great stuff. And I'm really getting into the Catwoman books. I love this cover. Batman Eternal, number 34. We know in the last issue that Hush kind of found a whole bunch of Batman's weapon caches, or caches, however you want to say it, across Gotham, and has been blowing them up, causing the police and the new commissioner to be really down on Batman. However, in this issue, it is revealed that perhaps Hush is not the one who is Batman's main enemy, that he, in fact, is being contracted to do someone's dirty work. So who is the big villain? That's the big question in here. And great action sequences in here as well. You have Alfred's daughter getting in a nice gun battle right in the beginning of the book against Hush. I'm not going to let you see what happens there, but it's pretty intense. On to Boom Comics, people. Nightbreed, number 7. So finally, we get some backstory on the prophet of the Nightbreed series, Aaron Boone. Aaron Boone, who was like the Mohammed, the Moses of the Cabal. There's Aaron Boone right here. You get some really nice backstory in here. There's also a backstory of two characters who never were really even that important, even in the movie, Otis and Clay. One is a book writer, the other is a book critic. And by the end of this story, there is some melding that goes on. Some Siamese twinness. But hopefully that this is going to move a little bit more. I thought it was cool that the granddaddy of the characters in here, God, I forget his name, but he always had like these cuts and these scars under his eyes. I don't know if you could see it right there. This is the artwork of Peter Kowalski, who I love. He's an excellent artist. He also is doing the artwork for Terminal Hero, Dynamite Comics. It turns out that he has a whole bunch of eyes, and I've never seen that before. So that was an interesting reveal. And he assists Boone with remembering his past, because Boone has like an amnesia. He's been going to see a psychiatrist named Decker, who, if you ever saw the Nightbreed movie, he was the main villain. And Decker has caused Boone to believe that he was a serial killer. So pretty interesting that they're getting into his backstory. But honestly, I just think that I'm backstoried out with this. It's like every freaking issue of Nightbreed is just telling the backstories of all the characters. So now we're in issue number 7, and we're still in backstory. So they got to move it along. They got to tell me where the story's going, man. You can't just keep delving back into the past and expect me to keep my interest. We got to have something going on in the present, at least in my opinion. Baltimore, The Wolf and the Apostle, number 2 of this story. It was a 2-part, 2-issue story. In the last issue, we barely even saw the werewolf in here. This issue, let me tell you, by leafing through it, you're going to see tons and tons of pictures of the werewolf. He is badass. He doesn't come here to play around. Here's a little sequence here, some of the havoc he's going to wreak. There he is, chomping down. Oop. It looks like somebody's missing a hand, folks. So basically this kind of tells the story of man versus beast here. But the interesting thing is, on a whole nother level, maybe the man who is fighting this beast is a big of a beast himself. That he is a demon or a monster himself. Maybe even more so than the monster that he is fighting. Again, this is Mike Mignola, Christopher Golden, coloring by Dave Stewart. You got lots of great action sequences in here, lots of great religious totems, good battle scenes. You can't beat the coloring of Dave Stewart. You really got those like Hellboy primary colors going on in here, and it's just great. So I'm really looking forward to reading this, the conclusion of the Lord Baltimore, the Wolf and the Apostle. Colder, the Bad Seed. We learn a lot more about one of the main villains in here. Oh my God, what the hell is his name? I can't think of it. He tells his name here. I think it's like Swifter or something. Swifty. Oh God. Swivel. Mr. Swivel, and he kind of reminds me, there he is, of the old man in the Poltergeist 2 movie, and I think he was in Poltergeist 3. Just a creepy old dude who goes through the city of Boston just terrorizing people. Here's an awesome sequence. He overhears some freaking potheads. One needs some rolling paper, and here's what Mr. Swivel does. See if we can get this in here. Rolling papers. He basically attacks this guy, rips the skin off of his back. Do you see that? Folds it up into like a paper airplane, and boom, there's your freaking rolling papers. And as he throws the paper airplane, it goes by somebody's fingers and chops him off. I mean, this is by Paul Tobin, the writer. Excellent horror writer. And also the artwork by Juan Ferreira. These guys are also teaming up in Black Horse for the Prometheus segment of the whole Fire and Stone saga for Dark Horse. And Juan Ferreira is just an excellent artist. I just really love his work. I just love his drawings. He just draws some great stuff. There's a little Pinocchio finger action. Just some really nice montages in here. I also like the coloring, who is color assistance by Eduardo Ferreira. Now, I don't know if they're related or not. Sounds like maybe they are. But just the whole look of this issue is excellent. I like the muted color palettes. It almost has like a, I don't know, it has kind of like a pastel kind of quality to it, if you ask me. And I just really enjoy this series so far. I guess apparently it was a mini-series before. Now it's going to be an ongoing monthly series. And I really like the cover, too. So check that out, folks. We are at issue number, oh my God, already, number 10. Aliens, Fire and Stone, number 3. So we are into the final quarter of this series, okay? Again, this is taking place over 4 different titles: Aliens, Aliens versus Predator, Predator, and Prometheus. And to be honest, I don't know. I don't remember much about this title here. I'm liking the Prometheus storyline the best out of all of them. Apparently, these guys are being attacked by aliens, and there's this odd-looking alien, like human hybrid. And I forget if they got a hold of the accelerant, which is causing all kinds of havoc amongst the species and causing all kinds of destruction and melding of the species, as you can see. Very odd-looking metamorphosis going on. Apparently, their ship, too, has been invaded by creatures. You have a group of humans splitting up. One side of the group says, let's go raid the ship, get our ship back. The other side of the humans say, no fucking way. We're staying here. We're going to guard ourselves here. Mother alien, spoiler. So, looks like the aliens are flourishing down on this planet. I think it's like LV-2426, Deep Space Mining Colony. So check it out. This is a good series overall. Like I said, once I get all the books assembled, I'm going to go through and read them all again. And again, they're supposed to be read, I guess, in a certain order. So, for instance, it says that this series takes place before the events of Prometheus, Fire and Stone #1. But Prometheus, Fire and Stone #1 was the first issue to come out, so I don't freaking get it, dude. I don't get it. And lastly, I got from Image Comics, Rasputin #2. Rasputin's been chilling with his father, who is now a ghost. And the tagline here says that he's taken off to leave for the monastery where he fights monks, has a chat with God, and then meets the man who is eventually going to kill him. A little bit more dialogue in this one. The first issue, it was very sparse, just kind of like this whole page, a sequence where there's no dialogue. However, in that first issue, that went on for pages and pages and pages. This issue, thankfully, if you're a reader like I am, that's why we read comic books, there's a bit more dialogue in here. And to be honest, I'm pretty much looking through this again for the second time. There's more dialogue, but not really that much more dialogue. So here you go. Again, muted color palette. This is by, I think, Alex Grecian's the writer. Riley Rosmo is the artist. So check it out. And I love Image books. I think Image books have like the best feeling for some reason. I don't know what kind of paper they use for their covers, but it always just feels great in your hands. So check this out. It's $3.50 Image Comics. All right, dudes. It's been another comic book haul. If you guys want to see me play some Batman Beyond Gotham, again, I'm hoping to get some footage of that up soon on my playthrough channel. On YouTube. Oh, New Retro Gaming Cuts. So check that out. Also, the comic book cover of the week. I think that you guys already know without me saying. I got to go with Jay Lee, Catwoman. Catwoman number 36. Just an amazing, amazing job. I freaking love Jay Lee. I think he's my new favorite cover artist, folks. I just hope, God, that I don't start collecting comics just because he does the covers. Good Lord. All right, people. You guys have a nice Thanksgiving. Take care. Peace.
Am I queer? You fuck! God damn it!
Dad, you're not free.
Dad, you're gonna get in an accident. You can't stop here.
Come on, fuck up! Why, I'm going crazy!